Hi everybody, it's Julie and I'm here with our next day for the December Dozen and Done Junk Journal Challenge. Today we are skipping the next letter E and we are going straight to M for material or fabric, and we are going to be using that as our base. We will use some other things to help support it, but your main thing, the main attention is to be your fabric this time. Okay, so I have a variety of fabrics here, and this one is just jumping out and saying, pick me, pick me. It's kind of like Olive out there. She's the pick me kid. Pick me, pick me. So I'm going to go ahead. I think these measuring cups are really cool, and I think that they will work for a lot of baking and cooking type things. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut that out. I'm going to fray it. Okay. So this is going to be my main part. And I think it's actually really, really, really cute. I think I'm going to go ahead and grab another piece of fabric. So I'm going to be using the Joy kit. So we're going to stack 2 pieces of fabric. So the Christmas Joy and Holly is the digital kit that I'm going to be using. And so that could go right on there. And I'm thinking a little piece of dryer sheet just for something else. Okay, I like that. And oh, where do oh my gosh, I know what I want to add. Well, no, we'll do that on a different one. Okay. Let me see in my, I was going to say in the stickers for a candy cane, but I don't think I'm going to like that. So let's come over to where we had the little cup stickers. Okay, and I have these little stickers. So I'm going to use glue for this, and I think I'm going to go ahead. I think it'll be okay that it's just fabric. I think it'll be okay. Let's use the bottom. And we might want to pull out, we'll just use this envelope. Okay. Okay, I'm going to add some fabric here. I'm going to add some glue to our fabric. I'm going to add our dryer sheet. Then I'm going to add some more glue. And I'm going to add our little patch. If you don't have a sewing machine, I just wanted you to see that you can glue. It's okay. And it turns out pretty cool. Okay, so making a little patch, and then we're going to bring in, not the candy cane. I thought about the candy cane. I did. We're going to bring in this. Let's go ahead and put some glue down for that. Okay, so it knows that it's supposed to stay there. And we have a little cluster. Okay, I think going through and doing a few more of those would be really, really fun. But I'm not going to. But I think that would be a really great thing to do. But there's our number 1. And then I have some words up here. And let's see. where is, aha, we have lights. You know what? I have an idea for lights. So I have this, it's feed sack. And so I thought it would be fun to make Christmas lights out of these fabrics to put on in my journal. I just thought it'd be something different. So I need to make a Christmas light. I'm sure I don't think I actually have a die cut that's a Christmas light. Okay. That looks like a Christmas light. This is an envelope. Do you have a lot of envelopes? I have so many envelopes. So many. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go up and make the other piece too. Okay. So we put up our Christmas lights the other day. This is for my my personal journal. Okay, so I need the color part to be on here. Let's see if yeah, we'll go like that. Okay. So if you have, like if you purchased that patchwork paper pad and kit from Spectrum Eye Creations, I think that this would be a really fun thing to do. Okay, so there's one. And what other color do we have on here? Well, we have a good green over here. I'm going to go for that. This green. If I go as close to the edge as I can. And pinning this down would be a good idea. I usually do pin my patterns. I just don't pin when I'm sewing. And I'm going to glue these. I'm not going to sew them. I don't have. Okay, so there's that. And maybe this red one. Of course, we also have the red from the cover, the red and white, but I think this will be a better red. And then pick a blue. See what I can do about a blue. Okay. There's that. And then we'll do the blue one. So, what direction should we go? I want the most blue that I can get. There's blue over here too. Let's use this blue. So do you like using fabric in your journals? Have you ever cut out Christmas lights to put in your journals? So today is the day that we will have our, okay, so there's 4. I think that's good. And then what I'm thinking is I can just use a doily, even though, you know, they would probably be green. But the, you know, the old school ones, the C6s and the C9s that I have, they're metal on the collar. So I think we can go like this. Okay, so, and then we'll put that so that it goes down on the light. Or should it go up? What do you think? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and glue this one down. Okay, so there's our first one. And then if you think it needs something to keep it strong, we'll go ahead and add this piece of this is from the card from yesterday's video. Okay, so there's that. And so I'll go ahead and keep doing that. And so that will give me 4 of those little lights. I think that that's going to be really fun, using the fabric to get a little light. And then I could go ahead and go through the holes and string them. But I'm going to make 4 lights. I think that's going to be really fun. Then I have Gather. I like that. I'm going to go ahead and put Gather on one. Okay, so look at all these colors right here. We do have a couple of gatherings so far that we get to go. They're doing testing and the whole thing. So for those that, so that'll be cool. Because you can gather and not worry, right? Okay, so there's that. Oh, we only did, we got to do some more things to those. Okay, so there's that. There's that. And then I think, oh, you know what? I brought out some more of the poinsettias. Okay, so we've added the card. And so we'll get over these numbers. Okay, so there's that. And then when I find the bling, I'm still looking for the bling. Okay, but card, poinsettia, holly, and bling. you know what? I did find the full sheet of bling. Maybe we should just go ahead and pull that out. So, okay, this is from the $1.25 tree. I haven't been yet, so I don't know. I haven't seen it at my Dollar Tree yet, but which I still think is a double bargain. One of the reasons I like just the fact that everything in the store is the same price, and so there you go. I like that. Okay, so we've got our 3 things happening there. On that other one, I think what we'll do, the light. Okay, so we have our little light. And we added that. We could go ahead and add a piece of the branch to that. Okay, I like that. And use a staple to put it on there, and that'll give us our 3 things. Because your staple counts. Especially if you can find your stapler. Okay. So there is my little light. And I'm going to make more of these. You see all these over here? Let's go ahead and... okay, so we have that. Oh, don't forget about our measuring spoon thing there. Okay. And I'm thinking... I like this baby, it's cold outside. I'm thinking about putting that on there. With a button. So we'll have a sticker, a button, and here, let's go. We'll double the fabric. So this is a piece from the cover. Okay, might need a green between. Okay, we'll cut this down just a smidge. Okay, so we have it layered on there. Okay, and I lost my button. I have another button. Okay. My needle is missing. No, there's the needle. Okay. There's the needle. Here's the thread. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go... Oh, I like the darker one better. And of course I used all the ones that only have 2 holes. Okay, so I'm going to let the string hang on the back. because I'm going to use that to close it. Okay. So we have to make 12 things with fabric bases. They can all be the same. Like literally I could have done 12 of those and that would be done. Like I said, I made this challenge very easy because it is December and I wanted you to be able to play along and craft along and to finish something, get something done. So I just finished the November challenge. I finished the 5 days of Christmas, and I almost have the strawberry and watermelon, or the berry and watermelon journals finished. So then we can go ahead, come in here and just add some glue so that they stay together. Okay, there we go. And I think we'll go ahead and let's make one with this piece of fabric. Okay, go ahead and fray it. Cut that edge. Okay, and so we've got stacked fabric. We'll add some of the dryer sheet. Dryer sheet works like cheesecloth, but it's easier to handle than cheesecloth. Okay. Oh, I thought I had one of the jars up there. I was thinking I could go ahead and make one. There we go. We'll add the ticket in here. Words, the letters straight up. And that. Okay, so we have a button, dryer sheet, that, and we'll sew all this together. And that will give us one for either the watermelon or the strawberry, whichever one it is that I'm going to actually finish. Let's go ahead and poke through. Poke through somewhere. There we go. We're poked. Okay. Then we'll go back. And we'll go forward. This would be cute on the cover too. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay, so that will give me that one. Okay, so next I'm thinking an edge. Okay, or two. Okay, so we have stacking fabric. We could sew this. Okay. Put that under there. There we go. Okay. Have these. I think this was from Tuesday morning, it looks like. Pink paisley. You saw me use them in a couple of the other projects. Okay. Okay, so we have our fabric. Then we'll add in, you know what? Put this, let's do, if we use the, I wonder if the corner rounder will, I think we tried this before. Okay, so we've got that and that, and then we can staple it. I like that. So there's that one. I like that. I like that very much. Okay, now we have this one, and we have this piece. Pull that off the side here. It's a wrapping paper, a die cut thing, and some lace, some rickrack, some bling. That's a lot of bling. How about some words? How about jingle all the way? Okay. Okay, I like that. And usually, I think you should be making, you know, 4 or 5 of the same thing. Because, you know, the hardest part is coming up with the idea and having the stuff out. But I'm trying to give you a variety of ideas. I'm thinking next year that I may do one idea at a time, several of them. Maybe a variation of that idea. if I put it kind of at an angle. So this can go on the edge of a page. It can be a belly band. It can, it's getting its strength from these other papers and the glue. Okay. Okay, and it's got 1, 2, 3 things on the fabric base. Okay. Now, usually I would also put some paper on the back of that, just because to make it a ready edge, and might be kind of fun to add. Yeah. I'm going to add some dryer sheet to the back of this. I just think that would be cool. Should we go for the fluffy side? So we got up today and it was raining. And that is so cool. We haven't had rain in so long. And it was actually raining. It wasn't misting or spitting. It was raining. You could hear it when you went out in the garage. You could hear it on the roof. It was so cool. We need it so bad here in Southern California. Okay, there we go. Look at that. So we're going to make the rest in time lapse, fast motion. So I have decided I am using this album. Okay, it actually is an album. It's a photo album. You've seen it before when I've gotten these out of it. I'm going to use this for my 2021 December daily. This is going to give me larger pages, and I think that that's going to be awesome. And the fact that I can just do a ring binder and get it done quick, because I've done several of the other journals lately. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cover this. I have chosen this fabric from my stash, and I will probably also use it along with this. I am going to be using the items that I've been making lately, but also the items that I made in the 12 days of Christmas in July, using the Christmas Joy and Holly digital kit from Dear Julie Julie. And so I'm going to go ahead and make this, and I'll be back. So I did this, and we're going to do this last piece together. I did this like we used to cover photo albums back in the day when we would cover them. I didn't need to put any padding or anything in here because it was already a padded cover. I went all the way around the outside. They have rounded corners, so I folded up the corner and I let that pretty much dry, and then I folded up. I did this corner and this corner, and then I folded it in, folded this in. I cut it around the two edges. Here, I added a separate piece here because this goes like that, okay? So I added a separate piece there. I did the same thing like this on this side. Then I added the red and white wrapping paper, and you can see it wrinkled. Now, I haven't had that problem with this, with this paper, but there you go. I'm just glad it's mine. And so this is what I have for my cover so far, I'm going to go ahead and put this paper in. So I've cut this paper. It's going to go underneath here just a little bit. I have rounded the corners on the paper, and I'm going to go ahead, add the glue, put this on, and my cover will be ready. And so then it can go and sit and dry. And so I'm going to start with the fabric going around, because this is where it's going to stick. Okay, so we'll go up here, put some down, put some glue down. So I'm squishing the bottle, putting glue down, and now I'm moving the glue. Okay, squishing the bottle and putting the glue down, and then I'm using the bottle because it has those ridges that helps catch the paper. So it's not like just one giant puddle. It literally has a place to catch on there. Okay, so we're going to go ahead, add some glue, and then we'll go ahead and move it around. Okay, add some glue, move it around. This is my favorite. One of my favorite parts about this glue is I really do like the bottom. You know, when it starts taking days to get the glue out, I know that I can use it for things like this. And I have very little glue waste. And I don't have to worry about, you know, waiting and waiting and waiting for it to come out. Okay? So I think we're good on the all the way around. So rounded corners are going on the outside. Go ahead and put this in and then lay it down. And I'm pretty much expecting it to wrinkle because it wrinkled on the other side. But again, this is for me, for my journal. So I am going to be using a variety of papers from my stash. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the calendar and see if we have anything coming up that should have a specific paper. So, you know, if there's, like, normally we would have our ugly sweater party, and I would like to have a background that has ugly sweater party background. Okay, so there we go. I just thought it would be fun to do something different. So I'm going to be able to use 12 by 12 papers in here. You can see they're a little bit bigger than the page. So that is awesome. And I can use this as my template for cutting my papers. I'm also think I might go ahead and add some lace around the edge. And that way I can even come out further on the edge and I don't have to worry. But I think I'm really happy with this. I am really, really happy with this. Okay. It's the same size as a 3-ring binder. So I literally am going to be able to use like 8.5 by 11 papers, and then I just need to cut them down. So that, I think that's pretty exciting. And you know, I will have a ledger paper in here, so I'm going to take that and put that in my pile. And so I have picked up a few things from Spectrum Art Creations just because I liked certain pages, and so they might go in here if they're going to work. I do the whole month of December. It gives me a chance to document our home, our yard, our kids, our grandkids, kind of catch up on what everybody's doing. If I don't do any other scrapbooking type stuff throughout the year and I get this done, that makes me very, very happy. So this fabric was in my stash, and I think it's really pretty. So today is material day, so there we go. And we added paper to it. No, but it's kind of perfect that it was on fabric day that I'm showing this to you. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead, set this aside, let it dry. I checked this one more time, going around, checking the edges. I'm really happy with, I mean, I'm kind of sad that I got the wrinklies, but you know, like I said, at least it's my journal, and I think it's going to be fun. And I think it's going to be fun to be using papers this size. I can also fold them over and add things. I can even put in a couple of these pages into the journal and use them as well. So there you go. So now back to our regular scheduled program. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, clean off the desk, and come back and we'll see what we made. And so here we go, starting with our 4 little Christmas lights. And so I think that they'll be kind of fun to like string them, maybe with a wire, or even just some fun gold thread. And or they can just go by themselves and be an embellishment. So my 4 little light bulbs, and Patreons, I will be putting the template for the light bulb in the Patreon. Okay, and that'll be accessible for all Patreons. Okay, so our first little one was our little measuring cup. It's still drying. It has a sticker, the fabric, and the dryer sheet, and and stacked fabric. Okay, so stacked fabric, sticker, dryer sheet. Then we have the gather, and it has the fabric, the pinking shears. It has the little card, the flash card from Tim Holtz, vocabulary card, a poinsettia and a holly leaf, and a bling. Okay. Next we have, this will probably go in either the watermelon or the berry journal that I'm finishing. And we have our button, our ticket, our dryer sheet, and a couple pieces of fabric. Next we have our little baby, it's cold outside. We have our sticker, our stacked fabric, and our button. Next we have our little gather border. It can be an embellishment. It can go underneath a picture. It can become a belly band. There's all kinds of things that we can do here. We've got stacked fabric. So there's 2 different pieces of fabric. We have the flash card, and we cut it down. And then we have this little bunting, and it's all held together with staples. Okay, so staples is one of your 3 things, or it can be. Next we have an edge, and this one has a long strip of fabric. It has one of those die cuts that I opened. It has a scrap of wrapping paper, the Jingle All the Way words, and then I went ahead and added the dryer sheet, just because we've been using that, so I thought it would be kind of fun to add that in. And we'll put that right there. And then, I can't remember if I made any of the rest of these on camera or on the video, but during the time lapse, I made several more. So this one has the feed sack fabric, the lace, the die cut, and it's music. It has the cup of joy and staples. I like that one. Then we have the tree. It says, "Oh, Christmas tree." We've got fabric, the flashcard, the lace, the die cut, and the words and staples. Next, we've got some gingerbread people. So here's our little girl, and she has fabric with a wreath stacked on top of it with lace, and then her little square. We sewed on a heart, and I just tied it on the back. And then the candy cane from the sticker sheet. That's all that was left. So I went ahead and stapled it onto her square. Next, we have the little something sweet. We've got our gingerbread here, and it's got the lace. It's got the piece of fabric, the lace. We've sewn 2 of the heart buttons. This was on my desk, something sweet. We've got a sticker here. Got all kinds of things going on that one. We have Baby It's Cold Outside. We've got a frosty snowflake mug there. A couple of the flags down here, some staples, and the fabric is the main part of that one. Next we have Believe in the Magic of Christmas, and I had this piece of fabric left, and so I added the little bunting to it, used one of the scrap pieces from cutting the tops off of the flashcards so that I could pop this up so that you could see the holly, and then it's all held on here with staples. Magical, magical staples. And then I can't believe I forgot about a fabric flip, which so I made a double fabric flip here, and it's got the little card, the mug, the sticker, dryer sheet, and we can put something here and under here. And I connected this by putting this piece over and connecting it there, and it gave us a tab up there. So I love how all of this turned out. I think they are pretty fun. Which one is your favorite? And yeah, so using fabric as your base and making embellishments for, they can be for your stash, they can be for projects that are coming up, but one of them needs to go in your journal that you had already started and you're finishing, or a brand new journal that you're starting and finishing during the challenge. And so this is the piece that will be going into either the berry journal or the watermelon journal so I can get those finished. So we're going to skip the next E, and we will be doing book pages. So we did digitals, Dear Julie digitals for D, envelopes for E, cards for C. We skipped an E. We did material. We're skipping an E. We'll do book pages. So tomorrow we'll be back with book pages. Book pages. That's our next one. So there you go. Remember that today at 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, we are going to be handing out presents. And I am going to go ahead and today's present will be this right here. And so you'll want to go right after this video premieres and comment on there your favorite winter beverage. Your favorite winter beverage. I like peppermint mocha. I like chai tea all the time, but I like peppermint mocha in the winter. So there you go, and this will be today's video's present. And so make sure that you go and let us know. Okay? You know what? We'll put that back in here for its picture. There you go. So I cannot wait to see you at 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. We have presents to pass out. We have a daisy journal, a French fashionista journal, an envelope punch board, all of these going, and then all of the little presents that have been scattered throughout the videos. This was for my birthday bash and for hitting 5,000 Etsy sales. So exciting. And so I hope to see you then. Find something to celebrate every day, then document it in a journal, and have an amazing day. I'll see you tomorrow. But first, I'll see you today at 1. Bye. Bye-bye. Vocabulary card. Recycling. DECEM. Oh, I was just, took the B right out of December.